What's up, everybody? I am Automatic Jack. It is New Year's 2021, and Sanguinius thirsts for the blood of his enemies. Gonna do another few practice games here, trying to tune this deck up a little bit. Still trying to figure out whether I want to keep those Parada veterans in the deck, or whether they need to get replaced with somebody else who can do a little bit more for me. So hopefully these games will shed a little light on that, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys have some fun plans for New Year's. I will be watching the Cotton Bowl coming up here in just a little bit of time, and then hanging out with some friends. Well, a friend.
We fly on righteous wings.
Victory
And
is
hopefully
vengeance.
racking up some Sanguinius wins. Well, we start off with a Hermia in the hand, so that's something. If you recall, if you watched the other Sanguinius practice games, I think we went 4 games without drawing a single one of these buggers, which is not great. It's not great. All right, as much as we would love to get him off the board, we want to get the Hermia out as soon as we possibly can. And so we're going to go from there into the Amica squad. That's the goal, at least. See how that works out for us. Yeah, looks like that'll be good. Amica squad gets us some pretty good value. We know it's not guaranteed to stick on the board, but it's pretty likely because of the drop pod, especially the 3 hit point drop pod. And the fact that he is apparently just going to leave it, maybe? Oh, wow, he's just going to let it land. Okay, well, if we get lucky here with the pings. Oh, look at that. Alright, well, we got one of those pings on there. That was what we needed. And honestly, we can even... we could Bales fire it. I think probably we just want to get out the Matadus squad, though, and keep the Bales fire for a little more reactivity as we go along later. So we'll go there. Kill off his boy. And this is the kind of thing we want to present to the enemy, these difficult choices. Does he get rid of the Amica squad? Does he get rid of the drop pod before Matadus clones itself? Does he eat up a bunch of removal and energy, which is pretty slow to get rid of, the drop pod and the troop, still having a troop on the board? These are the bad choices that we want our enemy to have to make. In the meantime, we're all queued up for a strong mid-game here with our Sangos and our host of angels. So we've got options come turn 7. If he's got big boys on the board, we can Sanguinary Guard. If we are way ahead on tempo, we can put out Host of Angels and just absolutely run away with the tempo. And in the meantime, he has a lot of his quest that he has to get through. Okay, so he manages to use up some removal there. It's okay. It's okay. He goes ahead and stuns me. Okay. Well, we don't love it, but we don't hate it. Right now, honestly, this is not great for us. This is not great. We don't love just throwing that down. We want to keep the tempo, but we do know that next turn we're going to have some big options, and that sacrifice of that troop cheapens our Spear of Telesto for 4 damage. I didn't want to just leave it on the board because the chance that he could do some kind of AoE thing, get rid of it, makes it not very worthwhile for us. Okay. So we can Sanguinary Guard that. And be ready with a Host of Angels next time when he's busy figuring out what to do about this. If he's got big removal, he can use it here. And then he's going to have to contend with 3 3-point drop pods up. He's got some removal. He's still got to take... Yeah, he's got to take his Warlord shots. So, not ideal. We don't love 4 more to the face. I mean, our other option here would be to Telesto it with Clonidas and Melorus, get a Clonidas squad out there with an extra drop pod. But I think we have enough health right now that we're okay throwing this out there. And then the next time we'll have the Melorus, the Clonidas, and perhaps another drop pod troop to be able to throw down. We would be, if we get one of our 5-point drop pods like the Parada veterans, we'll be able to get 2 drop pod troops out at 4 health on each drop pod, which is pretty good. Okay, so he gets this big healing. We could really use our battleship here, unfortunately. Not a lot, but we can prophecy reveal these guys, get them back on the board here. Do we want to spear that? Or do we want to... I think we probably, because we have 2 spears in hand right now, I think we probably do want to spear that. It seems kind of weird to use removal. Okay, well, there he goes. Yeah, I think the spear would have been best there, just to keep another shot on the board to whack into his face, and I think we might have had him anyway. I don't remember how much health he had, but he would have taken 12, 14, 15, 16 out of our warlord. So 16 is that's a big old swing. That host of angels is a really dangerous tactic. Alright, fighting a Night Lord. Which Night Lord? We will see. Parada veterans and Sanguinary Guard, can't do anything with those right off the bat. Love having the Sangos, but I don't want them to sit in my hand for 5 turns. So instead, Host of Angels will sit in our hand for 5 turns. That's okay. Playing against Malkarian. Draws a card on Battle Honor and gives +2 to a friendly troop. Our goal here is to stop him from... I mean, he has one or the other, right? He can't do both. So we gotta make him choose what he's gonna be doing.
I will take your silence now.
We're gonna just keep up this pressure. Sango here, Sanguinius plays a strong tempo game. We want to always make him be reactive. We keep him reacting to our boys, having to keep dumping stuff into the board to try to counter what we've got. So he just has to keep, hopefully, getting chipped away at dealing with our drop pods, not really, wasting actions attacking these drop pods, or in this case, wasting troops and attacks on those drop pods. Doesn't really do all that much for him. We can get the Parada veterans out here, and then if they're in a position where they're going to be hurt, the Angel's Tears is a great follow-up. Having a Wounded Astartes on the board with Angel's Tears in the hand is super strong. Angel's Tears and their big old, I don't know if that's looks like a friggin' grenade launcher. Whatever he's got there. Somebody tell me in the comments, is that a grav cannon? I don't know what that is. Oh my, okay, so he hits us pretty hard with the old, we're gonna unfortunately have to lose our boys and take some phase damage, which we don't like. But we're gonna be able to do it while getting a bigger troop out on the board, putting some damage back on him, still maintaining a little bit of an advantage, still maintaining a board. And we got Host of Angels queued up. So his DSATs is not a great answer here. It really is not. Yeah, okay. Yep. So there goes another one. We're knocking him off fairly quickly here with Sanguinius. Can we keep it going? Okay, yeah, we have to play these big tactics. I hate these challenges. This is one of the most obnoxious challenges. Cost of 5 or more. Yikes. You cannot play that many 5-cost tactics in the course of a regular game. So we're playing Pollux here. Pollux suffers a little bit against Sanguinius. He is pretty tempo heavy. He can get a lot of guys up, but he also relies on frontline to protect those turrets. And Sanguinius can always just fly right over those turrets and ignore what he's doing. The question is, do we get a Melorus squad up with no drop pods in the hand? I say no. Pollux also does not have a ton of HP. Apparently the answer was yes. The answer was yes. We do get the Melora squad up, but that's all right. We'll just do this, and we'll save that Melora. The Melora squad will come in handy regardless. He's probably going to use his boys here to pop this, and likely get another Gyarados squad. But that's all right. We'll be able to trade off at least some of our stuff for a little biz. Yeah, he's gonna command bridge into. Oh, interesting. Gets Bastion on himself. Didn't really see that one come, to be honest with you. And then he goes for that attack. Okay, well that's fine. Can we get a second Clonot? Ah, there's the counterattack. Okay, so yeah, he's putting up a pretty good front right now. We'll take the Hernia for the card draw. We'll take the Lecticio for more card draw. We'll keep knocking that down because we want to be able to potentially take it out. Unfortunately, we do have a ways to go until we can get to some of these better cards. So, and he's going to keep pumping up his Bastion in the meantime. He's smart enough not to attack with that. Do we play Blade and Carmine, take 4 more damage to the face to kill that, and prepare for a big turn next turn? Or do we play a Hermia? I think we play the Hermia and get in there to see if we can bait out a little more action, because we are getting into the part of the game that we're more comfortable in, where we have some medium range cards here, 5s, 6s, 7s, that we can drop on him to get a lot of damage out. Good God, he is really working us with that. That his one single Gyarados squad here is just doing far too much work for him. I think we just Spirit and go on. I don't really know if I'm playing this very well. I feel like I'm making mistakes. Answers in the comments if you think I should be playing differently, if you think we should have looked at this as a maybe not spent so many actions trying to get rid of that and just assumed that we were going to be able to Spirit later. But we do have at least one Hermia, maybe. I think we actually have 2 Hermias out. So there is that, and we will be able to take out. We will absolutely not be able to take out that sentry gun. All right, well, such is life. We need a tempo swing is what we need. I mean, really pretty badly here. We need a tempo swing. And in doing this, like this is our best and biggest tempo swing right now. If these boys stay on the board, then we are going to Blade and Carmine them, because we will have the opportunity to put out a lot of hurting with that Blade and Carmine to buff up these big troops. If we do not manage to do that, if we don't manage to keep guys on the board here, it's really going to depend on what he's got. If he's got AoE of some sort, even a DSATs would do it for him pretty well here. Alright, if he hits this once and DSATs, then we're in serious trouble. Best we can really do at that point realistically is Sanguinary Guard to kill off this, which is not great. Okay, so he has a Dracnine. First murder. Okay, now this is interesting. This is interesting. We can Crimson Spectre. But how? So I think the answer here is we've got to get everything down to 4 or less, which is going to be very tricky. So that is very annoying when that happens. 4 there. We actually got to kill this entirely so we can get guys past it. 3 there. 2 there. And then the Spectre. That keeps the Dracnine on the board, but it heals us for 8, and it clears his board pretty hard. So now, with good luck, he can, well, he'll probably put something else out, use the Dracnine, kill it, reborn it. But that's okay, because theoretically we can Sanguinary Guard next turn to eliminate the Dracnine. And that did give us just a giant health buff. Oh, interesting. He doesn't go for the kill. Okay. That may not be correct. That may not be correct. I think he probably would have been better off putting something else out. Pending what he has. Putting something else out, Dracnine into this guy, reborning the Dracnine. But I don't know. If you guys have read the book The Master of Mankind, Dracnine here is a featured extra, shall we say. Okay, so he's got his Dracnine up. I think we're going to have enough options to deal with the rest of this. So he uses that. This will kill one of his boys. Yep. Okay. Kills that. Takes that out. Now, unfortunately, you can remove the Sanguinary Guard, but I think we're pretty screwed. I think that I have either screwed up badly or we did not have good options, because he is going to be able to replenish the Dracnine. Yep, with his guy. Okay. Ooh, and has just straight hard removal and goes for the face. Well, that's very rough. Okay. Yeah, we're not looking good here. We're not looking good. I think there's serious trouble ahead. Again, answers in the comments, please. These are the kinds of decks I need a little bit of help dealing with. We can deal with those decks that are very slow early. Other tempo decks like this, we struggle a little bit. Also, his Dracnine is an excellent use here. I mean, this is the perfect deck for it. The kind of deck where you're able to just get troop after troop after troop, and the enemy's just not able to wipe you out. I don't know if that turn with the battleship was maybe not the right way to go. It's very hard to tell. Very hard to tell. I was pretty happy with what we managed, but it was not enough to completely... We had to be able to basically remove absolutely everything all at once, which is very tough. Now he's wondering, do I just slam into the face or do I try to crack drop pods? He should definitely not just slam into the face, because if he slams everything into the face and puts more troops out, unless he's got a ton of front line, he's going to be... Yeah, he's going to be dealing with some issues here. That may still be enough. Let's see where our pings land. Okay, well, they do not land necessarily exactly where we need them, do they? No, they do not. Beautiful throw. Beautiful throw. Alright, now, do we have enough of a... I don't think we do. Nope, we do not have enough to be able to do the damage, because his Warlord can absorb our small blows here. So, alas, we'll see where the extra throws go. Yep, but unfortunately that leaves us with not enough health, and he is able to take us out, so we cannot do it. Okay. Let us look at game number 4. Yeah, so tempo decks like that, tempo decks and very hard aggro decks are typically tough to play against with this. And we drew pretty well. I'm not gonna complain about draws. Our draws were fine, but it was in terms of just
We
being able
fly
to
on
overwhelm
righteous
them on the board.
wings.
We weren't there.
I am master of the storm.
I don't know why I have my Alpha Legion card back on this. I thought I had my Blood Angels card back. The answer is Automatic Jack was not paying sufficient attention. It's interesting that he went for the face swing there. Usually when you're 10 points behind starting out against a fairly aggressive warlord like Sanguinius, you would not swing for the face just to trade off 2 health. But, I don't know. There's the Kumblai Bikes. Okay, no problem. And here, I think we're gonna Amicus Squad as opposed to Bales firing it. We could Bales fire that off. We could Bales fire that off, but that leaves us with an empty board, and I don't really love that. I think I would rather keep the board full, or as full as we can. And once again, we started a pretty decent advantage on this guy. You know, we're 8 health up. We have more cards. He manages to get himself a frontliner, but that will probably not avail him very much. So we'll take the... Will we take the Furvius Command? Yeah, I think we'll take the Furvius Command as opposed to Bales firing it. We could theoretically Bales fire that. Well... Yeah, but if we Bales fire, we can't do anything else, and that doesn't really do much for us. So this is actually, I think this is better to get this on the board. So we're going to take that, and we'll just remove his front line. We want to try to keep troops, as many large troops on the board as we can, and Furvius Command is a very versatile card. If he kills this off, yep, if he kills that off, we draw, and it also gives us the ability to flank our drop potters like the Clonidus Squad into something big, or even a Parada Veterans into something big. So we can flank this, or even better yet, we can flank the Matadus Squad into it. And get ourselves a new Matadus Squad. Beautiful. Yep, we'll take that. Kills that right off. And we will, in the meantime, drop that down there and trade for face. So we're falling back a little bit on health. He has managed to hit us a fair amount in the face, but we've got a big hand of cards. We've got a pretty big board. We've got a lot of threat. That Requiem is still available for card draw. We can flank another drop pod troop down if we need to. We have more flankers over here from Bales Fire. If he manages to get rid of this but leave other troops on the board, we can then use Angel's Tears and use Angel's Tears Requiem to get damage out. We got options. We got options. Oh, and he lets the Clonidus Squad drop. Not sure if that was a good idea. Yeah, can't say I think that was a great idea. Because we can Matadus here. We can flank the Matadus down. We can go here to increase our damage a little bit on the Matadus, dropping them, giving us another one, and hernia it up for a new card. Go there, and go there. Okay, so now we're back to 8 points up, and we still have a bigger board. That was pretty okay. He's starting to get, he's dropping a little bit into trouble. We are getting into larger energy, so that's, I mean, that gives him a little bit more versatility. He's deciding whether or not to do that again. He's deciding, do I want to get this 4 off the board, or do I want to and give me a card, or do I want to just ignore it? Yeah, he wants to get rid of that squad, but he gets himself another one in the meantime. Yep. Alright, so, cards for us. Can't complain about that. Don't have enough, unfortunately, for the Angel's Tears and the Bale's Fire, which would be great, because the Angel's Tears and the Bale's Fire is a nasty, nasty combo. But we do have enough to just host of Angels here straight out. And we'll take the 4 to the face, we don't mind. Keeping up that tempo, keeping up that pressure. Sanguinius's super aggressive pressure is really the way that we try to win these games. We'd ideally like to finish him in the next turn or two, which seems like a reach with 17 points, but these boys put out a lot of force if they drop. And even if they come out as 2/2s, one becomes a 3/2 when Sanguinius attacks, and the Angel's Tears will contribute 6 more damage to random targets on the board. Woof. Okay, that's a good answer. Does do him 6 damage and waste some energy, but that's still a pretty good answer. I'm pretty impressed with that. That's not a bad answer at all. He's gonna have to contend with more drop pods though. So, well, that doesn't do him a whole lot of good. Yeah, so we'll get those Parada veterans up. We'll get another Matador squad up. You may say, why not use the flanker there? I'm saving the flanker to throw down next to Angel's Tears and potentially get more damage out of the Angel's Tears on just one of those shots. All the while we lose Astartes, we are dropping our Reckoning down. You know, we lose these 2 Astartes and we're down to 11 on the Reckoning, so we're getting very close to within able to play it. Okay, takes 1 down for not that great a trade. I mean, if the Matador squads have done their work, they've already gotten extras. There's the Kumblai bikes. Okay. Kumblai bikes are dangerous. Dangerous. We can do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we've got them. Alright. And that's that. Yep. Okay, there it is. Blade and Carmine is phenomenal for Sanguinius. Let's see what we get in our crate.
A slight miscalculation.
A lot of gems. Hey, and a ticket. Gotta love tickets. Just a free crate every time you get a ticket. Absolute worst case, you get a blue crate. Not complaining about that. And could be a lot more. Alright, so let's take a look at game number 5. Who is this gentleman? Some salamander. Ah, it's the new salamander. He was in the event. I recall him from the event.
We fly on righteous wings.
The flames of war are ablaze.
So he actually has the same amount of health as us, or in some senses slightly more, because some of his health is gated behind Survivor. Survivor health is actually more health because it is able to like absorb, you know, for example, if he has 1 hit point and 5 Survivor, he has theoretically more than 6 hit points, because if I hit him for 4, he just loses the 1 and pops the full Survivor. Yeah, that's a pretty good Bale's Fire target. We like that. We like that for Bale's firing. We'll go there. Go there. And do we hit him in the face, or do we Sorkar Hunter him? I think we maintain the tempo. Yeah, we maintain the tempo. We just try to keep the board full. I'm playing a little control-y there. Maybe it would have been better to just hit him in the face and try to keep his health low, but I don't know. I don't know. The urge to spear that is pretty strong, but I'm going to resist. Okay, so he's got his 2-2 front line. He can definitely pop the Matadus squad, but he can't kill it completely. Because he can put out 4 damage, and it's got 2 and then 3, so we've got 5 health. But that's okay. He just takes 4 to the face. Fair enough. And pings it off. Okay. And heals himself. That's no good. Don't like that. We will Prophecy Revealed for sure. Oh, and that was the wrong one to Prophecy Revealed. I was not paying attention. See, little mistakes like that add up. Little mistakes. If we had done that, he would have had a 2-2 on the board instead of a 3-2. If we had done that in the correct direction, we would have had 1 fewer hit point, but I would much rather have the 1 fewer hit point than the ability for him to kill this Matadus squad off Stone Cold. So pay attention to what you have there on the board. I was just thinking, oh, I'll take a little less face damage, but that is not the correct answer. You got to think about what you're going to do next time too. Yep, there it comes. Ooh, if it was turn 8, I would definitely be looking at... honestly, Spear of Telesto might even be better here, although that does surrender the tempo. He would deal 2 damage to all enemies if he can sacrifice it, but I don't think he can sacrifice it. So I think Host of Angels is still correct. So hopefully he cannot figure out a way to sacrifice this troop. If he can, then it's going to be bad news bears. Spear works absolutely great with Host of Angels as well. Ah, brutal. Brutal. Okay, well, there it is. That's the answer. That is the answer. We'll Blade and Carmine. We will spear this thing off. We will Clonitus over here. And we don't love this because, honestly, the best we can really realistically do here is pop its Survivor. Which we don't love. We got our Crimson Spectre, but we don't have a lot else. We're running very low on cards. This guy is gassing us out hard. Gassing us out hard. Do have the Blade and Carmine up at least. It would have been nice if we could have gotten a Hermia pretty early in this whole little adventure. Gets his Survivor back on. Rough. Rough stuff. These guys who can continue to buff their troops. I mean, we saw the same thing happen with Pollux. Pollux does it with Bastion. The Salamanders do it with Survivor. And it's not great. Not great. Okay, we can at least do a little bit of extra harm here with Crimson Spectre. Was not thinking about that Survivor. See, I'm going to keep this on the channel because the mistakes are important to learn from, but learn from my failings. Pay attention to what is happening. We're not out of this, but we're not looking good. Just weak amounts of cards that's pretty painful. Should have done those in the reverse order so I could have triggered Requiem both times with the Amica squad if I had the opportunity. And our best, really our only bet here is going to be getting a Reckoning off, which is very difficult. Very, very difficult. Interesting. Ah, that's why. Okay. Yep, so he gets the Angel's Tears. Interesting that he went in that route. Could have done the 4 damage both ways and gotten his troop back. I'm a little surprised that he did not choose to do so. We really do not want to take 4 more to the face because he will just kill us the next turn if we do. He could probably kill us the next turn regardless. But with the Reckoning and another host of angels, maybe there's a chance. It's not a good chance. It's not a good chance. My earlier mistakes in this game have definitely cost us. So we would have kept troop on the board another turn. That really might have made a difference. So I think that that crucial error in not getting rid of the 3-2, or not getting rid of the 3-3 that became a 3-2, really probably cost us a better shot at the win. As you'll see a lot of people, I'm in the same boat as this guy. You know, neither of us is playing ranked today because we're right over the borderline for Terra, so we want to get that epic crate. Get a free epic crate tomorrow. Interesting. Very strange that he decided to surrender there. I think he had that game won. I don't know why he would surrender. Okay. And there is new content to download. Well, while my new content is downloading, I will, oh, never mind. Apparently it is just going to go very quickly. But I will sign off for the day as soon as my cursor control is returned to me. And I will see you guys in 2022. Thanks for everything so far. It's been a lot of fun running this channel. I have a great time playing the game and a great time talking about the decks. If you have any comments, please leave them. Leave me a like. If you have not subscribed, please do so. I love it. And I will see you guys next year.